Hello viewers, good evening from Africa TV. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to this special edition. Once again, live. Of course, we are here because the President of the Republic, President Adama Barrow, is expected to address the nation in short minutes, of course, in moments. And then we would be discussing about that this evening right here. Of course, you know, we are on the state of public emergency issues in this country, and of course today the National Assembly ended the extraordinary sessions without extending the state of public emergency, and maybe the president might come to address that issue, or also come along with some other issues of national concern. So again, we are happy to be here as we await the President's address in a moment or so. Thank you very much for joining us. With me on the platform is my colleague, Lamin Sane. Lamin, of course, thank you very much for joining me on this special edition. I'll just briefly allow him to also inform our Mandinka listeners on what we are here for and what to probably to expect from the President this evening. Lamin, thank you very much once again, and it's over to you.
Abaraka bake Amadou Kante comme ya fo nyaming abola nyama nyin tembena mbijande purka kuma kula mimba den President Adam Barrow lang ming anyanta kana kadiam banko moli tumo min ngaje ko mamme député bungote balanta purka song wichola mialan ko wala botnam president la fannanyina ani wicho ming ato special committee wala fo pour coronavirus la state of emergency ko nyim pour kaje ko yesoto kamala nyaato demanding ba president la kuma kan la moyla ko nyinto abuna folaje anin ku kote mimba denni banko la ko nyinna mo be discourse la jani ala sonta woto Africa TV lam pour kaje ko al lafta fen ka long kata ko la mimba denni president la ko nyinto nyaato demanding mo be kacala le jan
Abarka Bake, thank you very much, Lamin, there. Su ko defee rek mbokk yi ñu ngi leen di nuyu beneen yoon fii ci Africa TV ñoo maan mbégte lool dellusiwaat fii tey indi leen special edition li ko waral nag mooy njiiti réew mi président Adama Barrow ci kanam tuuti mu war a jàkkaarloo ak waa réew mi waxtaan ak ñoom ci tolluwaay réew mi ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci coronavirus bi, waaye tamit xam ngeen ne lu ñuy wax state of public emergency bi nga xamante ne amoon na fii ci réew mi daanaka période boobu jeex na, waaye gis nañu néegi député bi ñoom ñoo waroon a yokkal loolu, waaye ci fan yu ba tey jëlee gis nañ ne ñoom dañ dakkal li nga xamante ne mooy seen toogaay bi foofu, waaye loolu taxul ñoom ñu dal di yokkal li nga xamante ne mooy emergency boobu, mooy daal ñenn ci dogal yi nga xamante ne nguur gi jël nañ ko ñu mun koo sàmm ci ànd ak loi. waaye moom njiiti réew mi loi may nag ko mu mun a ñëw wax ak réew mi ci loolu, waaye tamit ci leneen nañ séntu ne daal léegi-léegi mu ñëw jàkkaarloo ak waa Gambia'S incha allah waxtaan ak ñoom, amaana mu yokka amaana mu wax leneen ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci doxalin bi ak pexe yu nguur gi lal pour daal fexe nit ñi nekk ci jàmm. ndax li nga xamante ne mooy coronavirus bi lu doy waar la. lii mooy juróomeelu yoon président Barrow war a jàkkaarloo ak waa réew mi gannaaw buñ confirmé li nga xamante ne mooy coronavirus ci réew mi. léegi nag ñu xaar ko léegi ñu ñëwaat ci loolu. Well viewers, of course, like I said, thank you again for joining us, and like I said, the president is expected to address the nation any moment from now, and of course it's good to say that this is the 5th time he's addressing the nation, that's the Gambian people, with regards to the situation of the coronavirus, maybe some of the plans that the Gambia government have taken, and also maybe on the state of public emergency. And if you can remember, on Saturday the National Assembly rejected the extension of another 45 days after the initial 45 days elapsed, and Gambians expected them yesterday and today maybe to discuss and maybe find a way out, but that never happened. And today, maybe surprisingly, the president is coming back again to address the nation on the issue and some other concerning matters as well. So we will in a moment hear from the President. Lamin, just quickly before we will hear from the President, he's supposed to address the nation at 8 o'clock local time. We are very close to that now. What can we expect from the President this evening, especially after what happened at the National Assembly, so from Friday to now or to today?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kante. As you rightly said, the President should be addressing the nation as we got the information some time ago. Yeah. It is going to be very vital as this is a period that the Gambians are really yearning to get
know.
At least to know something
exactly.
About this state of emergency issue, because it has gone so long for now. We've already got 21 days that has elapsed, and then we've got 45 days also, so that has also gone. So we want to know exactly what
has to be done.
Exactly, something has to come up, to tell us at least this is what we are going to be in the next days to come. So we really need to get this information and know what the President is going to sound, so it can be at least clear to us. Because really, Gambians at the moment, really want to get,
I want to believe that
exactly has to be.
Gambians would be anxious to know or to hear from the President, because the Minister of Health has recommended for an extension, but we have seen the National Assembly could not give a go-ahead on that extension, because there were some concerns that they raised. Some of them felt that the government did not do what was necessary during the initial 45 days extension. They lacked to enforce the regulations, make sure that people respect what was approved by them, and government needed to do more to make sure that Gambians adhere to the regulations.
Exactly. I think that's a ground that the National Assembly members have been banking on since they sound their own opinion on the issue of the state of emergency, because they've said some of the regularities have not been met, and we have loopholes in many aspects. So this has to be remedied before anything can come up. Even if the extension comes and still there is no solution to all those problems, then we have no positive extension.
Exactly.
It's like the extension is not even needed.
Very well. There you go. Well, again, we remind you that you're watching iAfrica TV live from our studios in Banjul, and of course we bring you this special edition because the President of the Republic of the Gambia, President Adama Barrow, is due to address the nation for the 5th time since the, of course, emergence of the coronavirus, or the, confirmation of the first case of coronavirus or COVID-19 in the Gambia. And of course, this is just an hours after the National Assembly ended, its extraordinary session without extension of another 45 days that was tabled by the Justice Minister. And with that, we are now, of course, let's go straight now and hear from the President's address.
Fellow Gambians, no one doubts the existence of the coronavirus pandemic and the destruction it is causing to life and economies around the world. You will recall that on 3rd April 2020, in response to the declaration on the pandemic by the WHO, the National Assembly passed a resolution that extended for 45 days the state of public emergency, which I declared on the 26th March 2020 in accordance with Section 34(1)(a) of the 1997 Constitution. At the time, only 2 COVID-19 cases were confirmed in the Gambia, whereas 171 countries were reporting alarming levels of infections. As at the date of my declaration, according to the WHO, the virus had killed 20,834 people globally. Today, the number has increased to over 300,000. This makes it ever more necessary for stricter measures to be taken. To respond squarely to the situation, my government adopted a number of measures through emergency regulations pursuant to the Emergency Powers Act. The objective for this line of action was to strengthen our effort to break the chain of transmission of the virus in the country. Regulations were also laid down to ease the expected hardship that would arise from the measures and regulations. These include the Essential Commodities Emergency Powers Regulations, which seeks to protect the public from price hikes of essential commodities such as rice, sugar, flour, and cooking oil. To ensure adequate food supplies in the country, the export of essential commodities during the state of the public emergency was banned. Other regulations included restrictions on public transportation, open markets, and the closure of non-essential public places were part of the efforts to break the chain of transmission of the virus in our country. The government is very much aware that strict measures imposed during the state of the public emergency would affect lives in many ways. But handling COVID-19 is a matter of survival and saving lives first, and not about individual interests. As of today, 19 May 2020, the Gambia has confirmed cases of coronavirus infections and 1 reported death. Our immediate neighbor, Senegal, has over 2,400 cases and 25 reported deaths. Globally, over 4.5 million people have now been infected, with over 300,000 reported deaths. Based on their professional opinion, our health experts have predicted that if the right measures are not taken to successfully break the chain of transmission in the country, over 180,000 people will be infected in the Gambia. This will result in an estimated death toll of over 9,000 people. Guided by these alarming figures and the fact that the state of public emergency extended by the National Assembly expired yesterday, 18 May 2020, requested the National Assembly on the 16 May 2020 to extend their resolution by an order 45 days. The objective for this is to maintain, if not redouble, our efforts to combat COVID-19, which continues to pose a danger to our small country. Unfortunately, on the day the government's request for an extension was tabled, the National Assembly resolution failed to carry the votes required to extend the state of public emergency. 23 members of the National Assembly voted in favor of extension, while 25 members voted against it. Fellow Gambians, coronavirus knows no boundaries, and it has no respect for any person. It attacks, infects, and kills without regard to status, ethnicity, religion, political, or any other type of association. Without a state of public emergency, there will not be any emergency regulations. Without the emergency regulations, we cannot effectively fight against this deadly virus that threatens our lives and livelihoods. This is the time that we must all come together as a nation and put the interests of the country first and high above politics. This is about all of us as a people, bound by a common destiny. It is a period to show our political maturity as a democratic society capable of putting all narrow interests aside for the national interests. Fellow Gambians, the 1997 Constitution has empowered the National Assembly and provided it with the responsibility under these circumstances to support government's efforts to combat COVID-19 under Section 34(5) of the Constitution. We regret, however, our August Assembly has failed to act on its powers. As a result, my government and I owe it to the people of this country to protect them from this grave danger. It is my duty to act, and it amounts to a deadly abdication of responsibility if I fail to take the right action in the face of an obvious threat to the lives of our people. In light of this, I have evoked the powers conferred on me by Section 34(6) of the 1997 Constitution to further declare by proclamation published in the Gazette effective today, 19 May 2020, that a state of public emergency continues to exist in the whole of the Gambia. Since the National Assembly is no longer in session, the state of public emergency shall last for 21 days in accordance with Section 34(2) of the Constitution. Accordingly, I have also reissued the emergency regulations that were in force before the state of public emergency expired. They include the regulations declared on the 26th March 2020 and extended by the National Assembly on the 3rd of April 2020. These reissued emergency regulations shall also continue to be enforced in line with the proclamation that I have made today. I call on the general public to appreciate that this is in the best interest of the whole nation, and I pray that Almighty God continues to bless and strengthen us as a united people. I thank you for your kind attention.
That was the Gambian President, His Excellency President Adam Barrow. They are addressing the nation, and of course you heard what he have said. He have of course used the powers conferred on him by the 1997 Constitution, Section 34(6), and of course to extend a 21 days of a state of public emergency in the country in accordance with 34(2) of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. This after the National Assembly failed to extend the 45 days requested by the Gambia government, and it was rejected as you heard from the president there. We'll come back, of course, to digest the president's statement, of course, in a moment. But first, I would just hand over to my colleague, Lamin Sana, to also translate the president's statement in Mandinka. Lamin.
Abarakaba ke Amadou Kanten mbadingol milbal lamo kanyin temmenna sa dungale bundal kono nyin temmen president Adam Barrow ay min fotu momina banko fa yamar kan tenyim bitilo la min keta tenyin talata ngoti me karotil tannin konondo President Adam Barrow ay kuma kawul dati damin tolam ay gambianol nyin tembeng ay kilike yitanni nyi ka yitandiro kele nyin tembeng coronavirus la ko nyin mi nyin tembeng foko fenamat mi alon ka mulla balu nyin fontora kam bake nim fankol dunia kono tarinke foko nimol hakilo ba kan to april karotil sabol 2020 sawnina tumo min WHO kankularo kenu akonina foko tenyim banko nyin tumo min na nyin kuramba sotaring National Assembly nin kum sita nun ka kachaka konina fenata katil tannan anin lul yolta kammentala num purkaje ko yake state of public emergency di banko kanyang foko tumo min no ketan tanata kake moti min 26 March nin kum March karotil moni woro 2020 sawnina tamata ni loi buko nyina la section 34(1) nin kum ala bunda tansabanin nani killing mimba to 1997 constitution onyinto aka kuma kula mimba denning ato wicho nyina min to National Assembly fonyoledi ko wato nyina wato mina kuma kanu nyin ko nyina to wato nyina Gambia banko kanyang COVID-19 case fula dorna sotata nu min kera coronavirus case fulati tumo minna banko katawol wol fon la case ni mum fennet mi alon ka se mo warta bake foko nyim keta kulat mi alon ko WHO tumo minne kankularo kenu akonyina ya foko virus o nying dunia kono tarinke o wato nyinna ay momin fana tara fo mo wili mo min siato ya fo ka wollel fa o wato nyinna tumo minna banko nyin aba tiltannan anin lulo fa di kanu foko nyin temmen nan nyin mo fa hapo nyin min a fota nun komanto foko fenna mat mi alon ka siata mo wili keme sabatile komin kibarol ya sabati nyami tendenda tumo min nan ko nyina ya sabu fan aba kumala bake pour moye tew siti kaje ko kelo ke nyin ko nyina min keta tan covid-19 ti tumo min na fenna mat mi alon ko foko simfa dal bele nyante ka jube pour kaje ko nyin akana ke fent mi alon ka wajabila tan banko kanyam tani je ko nyin dalilo kammala mum tani masa kundani min aba nyaton ka kan Gambia banko kanjang foko watole mu itambita ning tani emergency regulations bunda dol min keta emergency powers act pour kaje ko e banko dingol tanka nin simfa dal miliyalon ko kumata baken foko nyin temmen to langani yo min to pour kaje ko ka school ke mil sa sabuno nyin kuro nyin ata janyana banko kanjang foko e kol fanantala ke landi miliyalon ko kete sartul tanin silol mil saje ko nyum kuro nyin ata nyatuta sodal banko kanyam foka bo kol kono miliyalon ko yolle landi wala ma tani essential commodities emergency powers regulations thing nin ko bunda miliyalon ko ba jubero kala tani marsandi solla ko la miliyalon ko kumata bake banko kanyam tani state of nin ko public emergency dum kete fennet miliyalon ko yo bunda londi pour kaje ko marsandi soli dal kana ke fennet miliyalon ko ba kafula feŋol miliyalon ko mulka suulel miliyalon ko bol kono manol tulo ning farñel ning atani sukurol foko pour kaje ko kana nyatuta kene dal kafu ko wala sabu num fay nyim bundata ka sabatini ko la fana pour kaje ko domoro la supply ning ko mala janyandiro banko kanyam pour ke fent miliyalon ka ba sotola an in kaje ko marsandi sole bona banko katol kam tani je ko wol be keta num fennelt miliyalon ko be londi pour kaje ko nyin covid-19 a courant nyin asa keno fent miliyalon ka bu maralan atendena tumomina ay sataro ke ko bunda kotol fanan keta bunda lelt miliyalon ko fanna ko jubetale bol kono jaate nyin transportation na bunda nin kum fanna min ka mama mulla tani nala banko kanyam foko fanan keta bunda miliyalon ko ya londi num tanyin tumo nyina o kola fanan marcel e kede dinkralti miliyalon ko soronta nin dinkra koto miliyalon ko nyin tembeng tanyin covid-19 wol dinkral la yelo sabo kamal sa keno fen min sa sabu no ay janjam banko kanyam foko ala mansa kundadu nyin tembeng e ba parin bake pour kaje ko simfa dal miliyalon ko kumate bambanta pour kaje ko yol tamandi pour ka mol tanka miliyalon ko lelba sabatara tanyin gamme banko kanyam ya foko bitilo la min kede me karotil tanning konontotim 2020 sawnina Gambia banko nyin temme min tara fo covid-19 mo anin nani wala kede fent mi alon ko nyin temme aba sotrim banko kanyang tumo minna foko nin ko mo kilin wala fa sato nyin kede fent min kankulata ko nyinto ko Senegal banko min tara fo mo wulifula mo kemenan wollel keta multimillion ko asiatati wollel keta multimillion ko nyin temmele case futata to jaral bundato min bije ya foko min taraf mo muang anin lul ko wala mu multimillion ko ila sato nyim fota to banko kanje duniya kono min siata mo million naniti anin mo wil keme lulu wollel keta multimillion ko nyin courant be feñola min tarafo mo min siata mo wil keme sabati wallel mu multimillion ko fata ko nyindo ko to mo min nyin be kere kulti mil sotata ayin temme man sa kunda min ba banko kanyang e ba kato ke kam pour kaje ko banko gamme banko tanyin covid-19 akana wajabi banko nyin kanyang foko jaral bundato ya foko nyin ko nyin manke kuti mialon ko man sa kunda ya tewsiri pour kaje ko akana ke fent mialon ka ba semmo sora banko kanyang foko e ko wadi sinano tanyin gamme banko kanyang momin ba toro sotola ko nyina sitano la fan kasiya mo wilikeme mo tanseti tanyin banko kanyam foko nyimun kulat mialon ko niya jube nuwo sotota tumando momin ba fala ko nyin kono ya haymaro ke ko abitaraf mo wilik konon to nyong tanyin banko kanyam e ko kammala mu tumomin na nyil keda kulti mialon ko haymata e fota fanan o dalilo kammala man sa kunda silata kaje ko banko nyanda ka state of public emergency soto pour kaje ko banko kano toro nyin soto ko atini national assembly ye wato min dinum komanto o kere fentanti mialon ko kum fata atini me karo til tannin sewla 2020 sawni na min kera tenel ngoti tumo minna ye til tannan ani lulo dinum pour kaje ko banko nyin ay tara state of public emergency kono foko tumo min no kum fata inata ka mansa ko atenyin député ye bunda do futanima pour kaje ko kacake kaje ko lungonyinta ka lafa ko barwo manna ke fent mialon ka sotota tumo min ne balanta pour ka kammen ka lundi to dinkranin to jing ko kammala mum tumo min na man sakunda yo kato nyinke amanna ke fenti miyalon ko député sontalam nyin temmenna mom anin saba député mo kono tumo min yo ko nyim futani je wolle keta multimillion ko yela songo tanni akonyinna bar momo anin lulu wolle keta multimillion ko balanta tumo min na atanyin ko nyim fam futa député mo nyin kono president baron aba commandiro kela aba kumala gambiano le foko coronavirus mum fennet miyalon ko amannani long ko fana mum fennet miyalon ko mom mola kenya nyim fana abu ko jube nabe tora ninko aka mo be la tora nyola foko kuramat miyalon ko aka mo faale anum fana nin kato manke akonyina pour ka mo tummu kana dinkra tummu mum fennet miyalon ka sonata bake foko abu kamo fanna siyo nyin jube abu kela dino nyin kenya nyim fana jube anum fana ita mari ila politiko fanna nyin abu ko fana jube tumo minna abu kamo kesen ning abatoro kela ko kammalamu ning state of public emergency man soto ko ni man soto wasakeno fenti mialon ko aba bo man toro waran la bake banko kanyang tumo minna aba sabulal fam feto liba kato min kela pour kaje ko courant akana wajibi banko kanyang tanije ko ni state of public emergency man soto so kato nyim fon nasino bake banko kan ko atay 1997 constitution o nying ming national assembly nyin tembeng nin kumu wala kere fent mialon ko tamatala pour kaje ko mansa kunda ye futandiro ke ma bunda minna pour kaje ko yo bunda nyin ta ka jube kaje ko tar mansa kunda fe alhamula min soto pour ka banko nyin tentendi state of public emergency kono foko mansa kunda tumo minna wo section o nyi min keta loi bukol bunda tansaba anin nanti ala dinkra lulu nyawnyin foko keta num bunda mialon ko akadiamu atenyin wichola la fanyina tumo minna banko nyim fanketa bankoti min atenyin kuram futada je ko bari biri e nyim bunda futani national assembly député moñin tom foko député jama man na song akonyina min aketa num ala mansa kunda ni kuyati atendenda tumo minna ya foko wala keta fent miya sabu fang nyin tembeng aba tentena pour ka ko kalomin ayatanu pour ka gammel dingol tanka ko kali kilimo nyin abol tamandira pour kaje ko ka kuke nyin ko nyin to min sa sabuno courant nyin akana ato kala wajabi fenti ta nyin banko kanyang ko nyin dalilo kammala ma nyin ku kilo nyin kan nyin temme semmo mi alan ko ta nyin banko la loi buko sidula tansaba anin nani abunda woro njawon min bato 1997 constitution nyin to tanije ko wala mu fenti mi alan ko nyin temme aba tamala la pour kay tandi ko ta nyin bi me karotil tannin kononto 2020 sawnina pour ka Gambia banko kay tanije ko aba tentena pour ka state of public emergency soto kata fotil mo anin kilwala min anin section bunda tan sabani nani bunda flanya wo bunda nyin kono fokol mu fenti mialan ko nyin tembeng iba tamala la pour kaje ko e banko nyin ay tentem pour katara to state of public emergency kono ko nyin dalilo kammala mum ba fola ko tanyi regulation nin ko mu bundal mialan ko len nyanta katama ani nyanta katara jubera atanyin tumonina foko bundal min i fota nun komanto ko le bunda kinol timialan ko ba tentena pour ka jube anin ka korosi atanyin kankularo nyin kola foko nyin tembeng ni regulation dum mili fota nun maaj karotil moni worola ko fellel muyti mialan ko e ba tentenel pour ka jube anin kaje ko fotaje pour sake fent mialan ko semme ma batal tamakan atanyin banko kanyang ko nyin kililo nyin ko nyin kammala mum aba jamamul be killa milalan ko be sabatri banko kan ko isatar man sakunda fe nyin kankularo to miya keten anum fana ba duwala fo Allah taala asa tenten ka Gambia banko nyin asa barakandi anum fana sa ala multi milalan ko be kala nyoy nyingoti be kala nyoy kilinti tumo minna aba kumol kum fa kan ay jeronin tentro ki kata molkan milalan ko nyin temme wolel ba jube kan ñina keda kuma kaunti nin ko president Adam Barrow min fotumo minna aba kuma kan kata banko kan kula mi maden nin tan state of public emergency la ko nyina kamal Amadou ñina mu fent mi yalan ka
kay abarka bake Senator thank you very much su ko defee rek mbokk yi comme Lamine nu mu ko waxee noonu mu nekk lu am solo indil leen li nga xamante ne mooy njiiti réew mi nu mu ko waxee noonu ci kàllaame tubaab mooy Kocc Barma comme ni ngeen ko déggee mu jàkkaarloon ak waa réew mi wax ak ñoom ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci jéego yu nguur gi jël ci loolu ñu tënkal leen rek ci kaddu yi nga xamante ne njiiti réew mi indi na ko gannaaw bu mu sante waa réew mi gërëm leen ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci taxawaay bi ci noonu mu dellu ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci tolluwaay coronavirus wala COVID-19 ay situation bi waaye tolluwaay bi ci réew mi dal di indi li nga xamante ne mooy ci tolluwaay bi tamit ci tund gi surtout ci Sénégal gis nañ ni nomba yaa ngi yokku waaye tamit Gambia fu mu nekk nii fu ñu toll am nañ 24 cases ci moom njiiti réew mi nu mu ko indee réew mi jamono ji foofu la toll ci loolu nag gannaaw bi nga xamante ne indi na loolu nee na daal li nga xamante ne mooy coronavirus jàngoro bu doy waar la comme niñ ko baaxoo di waxee saa su ne dal di nag di fàttali Gambian si li nga xamante ne mooy ci taxawaay boobu waruñoo daal yombal dara ci fu mu nekk nii ci loolu moom njiiti réew mi di président Barrow ci la dal di wax daal jéego yi nga xamante ne nguur gi jëloon na ko pour gis ne daal ñu aar nañu waa réew mi ci dogal yooyu ci teg lépp lu nga xamante ne bëgg nañ koo def ñu teg ko ci loi ak yoon si lañ dal di moom président bi génn wax ak réew mi dal di jël li nga xamante ne mooy ay dogal ci aar nit ñi ci loolu gannaaw loolu bu mu jeexee nag comme loi num ko indee moom mu yóbbu li nga xamante ne mooy yenn dogal yi nga xamante ne bëggoon nañ koo jël mooy state of public emergency boobu bu mu jëlee 21 days yi ñu bëgg koo yokka si la ko yóbbu ci pencum ndaw réew mi ñu dal di bëggoon ñoom ñetti weer waaye gis ne ñoom député yi ñu wàññi ko ba mu nekk 45 days mooy ci nu mu amee woon ci loolu nag gannaaw loolu ci ñu gis tamit li nga xamante ne mooy niki démba période boobu tamit daal di jeex mooy 45 days yi si la nguur gi daal di amaat beneen taxawaay pour daal continuer di aar Gambian si waaye tamit am taxawaay bi nga xamante ne noonu lañ war a taxawee yóbbaat li nga xamante ne mooy beneen wala jëlaat beneen jéego delluwaat ci National Assembly bi pour daal ñoom tamit ñu def seen taxawaay daal di yokku li nga xamante ne mooy public state of emergency fii ci réew mi continuer di aar nit ñi ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci jàngoro bi ndax nekk na jàngoro bi nga xamante ne jàngoro bu doy waar la te tamit ci li nga xamante ne nguur gi def na ko luwaa noonu la ko santé loolu moo taxoon yóbbuwoon ko foofu ci National Assembly bi waaye tamit ñu gis ne gannaaw buñ ko fa yóbboo ajuma ñu waxtaan ci mbir yi waaye dara sottiwut ñu dal di dellu ci foofu samedi daanaka yóbbu ñu ko gis wala sax musuta am pour ñu daal di indi li nga xamante ne mooy solution ci mbir yi waaye finally ñu gis ne daal ñoom dañ dal di reject li nga xamante ne mooy request boobu bu nguur gi defoon dal di gannaaw bu ñu waxtaanee ñu gis ne ci vote lañ mujjee ñi nga xamante ne mooy 23 ci ñoom ñoo dal di ànd 25 ci ñoom député yi ñoom daan ñu dal di weddi wala boog ànduñ ak li nga xamante ne mooy dogal boobu bu nguur gi bëggoon ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci yokku public state of emergency moom président Barrow nag dafa mel ni nee na ci loolu ñoom nguur gi daal rafetluñ loolu ndax dafa mel ni député yi taxawaay bi ni ñu war a taxawee si seen doole bi nga xamante ne lu waa may na leen ko ñoom taxawuñ ko ci loolu nag moom jàpp ne jamono bi daal waruñoo wàññi li nga xamante ne mooy taxawaay bi ndax ñi nga xamante ne mooy borom xam-xam yi ñu nekk ci wàllum wér-gu-yaram bi gis nañ daal ci dogal yi nga xamante ne jël nañ ko loolu moo dimbale réew mi gis nañ number of cases wala li nga xamante ne mooy lim buñ am ci coronavirus taxu ko bari noonu waaye su fekkoon ne jéego yooyu amutoon def doon gën a doy waar comme président Barrow nu mu ko waxee ci noonu nag noonu duñ yolomal benn yoon su fekkee ne yokkuñ li nga xamante ne mooy jéego yooyu ci loolu la dal di profito ci doole bi nga xamante ne moom président Barrow constitution bi may na ko mu dal di yokkal li nga xamante ne mooy public emergency tey ci kaddu yi nga xamante ne wax na ko lépp lu nga xamante ne daal ci public state of emergency loi yooyu ak regulations bi 21 days yi nga xamante ni yokka na ko ci la ko yokka moom constitution bi moom moo ko may loolu ci nu mu ko waxee 20 fan ak benn loolu léegi lay continuer gannaaw bi nga xamante ne nag National Assembly ñoom dañ daal di dakkal li nga xamante ne mooy seen toogaay jamono ji gannaaw buñ toogee te ñoom daal yokkuñ li nga xamante ne mooy request bi nguur gi defoon ci loolu moom président Barrow daal dina wone bépp dogal bi nga xamante ne nguur gi jëloon na ko ci yu passé ci wàllum li nga xamante ne mooy régulation si mooy loi yi nit ñi nañ fexe ànd ak loi yooyu ndax léegi yeesalaat na ko te loolu dafay continuer di wéy fépp ci biir réew mi moom président Barrow ni mu ko waxee ci loolu daal dina jaajëfal waa réew mi yëpp ci taxawaay bi ci àndandoo bi tamit taxaw nguur gi ñu xeex li nga xamante ne mooy coronavirus bi ñu mun koo daaneel ndax nekk na li nga xamante ne mooy lu doy waar président Barrow ci gàttal ci tënk loolu lañ leen mën a indil wala ci li nga xamante ne moom wax na ko tey gannaaw bu mu jàkkaarloo yi ak waa réew mi tey di talaata yemook fukki fan ak juróom-ñeent ci weeri mai 2020 well viewers. Of course, I was just trying to digest in all of what the president have just said. Of course, you had the statement. Well, Lamin, before we go, of course, the president have finally, of course, as if not all Gambians, but as some Gambians might have expected, that, of course, he must act on the powers conferred on him by the Constitution or vested on him by the Constitution to extend the state of public emergency. How do you think the Gambians will receive the news today?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kante, for that question. By looking at the extension, I think from the onset, when it was declared for the first time, Gambians have mixed feelings for it. Because there are many issues that need to be addressed. When it comes to economically, it is affecting us. And then if you look at the state of the people too, Gambia is a poor background country, you understand? Indeed. So the people need to work in order to live. So with this state of emergency, it is now depriving the people from, going towards those avenues where they can they can earn something to live. This is good. So really, for these 21 days that is, just declared by the president, it is also going to be another 21 days of hardship. On
this will go to say not everybody would welcome the extension.
No, not at all. And I can, probably we can assume, majority of the governments won't agree.
Yeah, of course, and the people's representative, that is the National Assembly member. These are some of the concerns that they raised. That the hardship and of course the government lack of enforcing some of the regulations, public dispensing at the markets, and of course those are some of the issues that they were concerned.
And then if you look at it, some of them, I think they have a very good point, when it comes to the points they mentioned with the issue of, this extension. Because some of them pointed out that if the markets are still deprived, from being open freely as it should be, now they are timing them, that they should be open up to a particular time. Doing so, this is not going to solve the issue. But the issue is, we have some vendors who will rush into the market, and then everybody will be jam-packed there at that moment. And that is not going to, the coronavirus, in fact, doesn't support public gathering.
Now that he have come back and addressed the nation and, of course, reissued the regulation or the proclamation that he made, that can we expect, something different in terms of enforcing the regulations from the government, especially from the security side of things?
Well, he said it, if you look at the last paragraph of his message, he said, some of the irregularities that, regulation that they've made before or declared before, that was on the 26th of March, if I'm right. He said those regulations will still be. That means they will still be
are maintained.
Exactly, they are maintained. But then if you look at those regulations, whether they were maintained 100%, that's an issue. And that's a question and a cause for concern.
That's that we will look for.
Really, if it is going to be implemented, it is already implemented. That is, starting from today, that the 21 days is going to be. But the issue with those regulations, now there should be a stand action, if they are to be implemented, if they are to be maintained.
Exactly. And another thing that the president have said, that the National Assembly have failed to act on its powers, and this is why he have to come and take his own powers to extend the period of the state of emergency.
If you look
How do you think the National Assembly members, especially those that have rejected the motion, would receive this news?
If you look at it, the ratio is 25 to 23. 25 denied it, and then 23 accepted it. So those 25 who denied it, some of them came up with their reasons. And I think they are concrete. By looking at the situation, although it is really necessary for us to save ourselves from the COVID, and doing so, we need to, observe state of public emergency. But those regulations that should be attached to it are what are the problems.
But the president is saying, looking at the projection by the health officials or health authority, if those kind of measures were not taken, we would have been over 100 or over 1,000 cases by now. So thanks to those measures according to him. That's why we are maybe at 24 cases as of today. So then do you think it's, as he said, if we cannot do more, but let us not relax some of those measures that the government have taken?
Well, the health officials have their own side of the
exactly.
coin, actually.
So that's why,
and I think they are more vast when it comes to the health issue of the country. But really, the way they projected it, it is severe. If it happens in that way, then it is going to be a calamity, and may God forbid. Because they said about 180,000 will be affected, and then over 9,000 deaths. That is going to be a calamity for the Gambia, with a population less than 2 million.
All right.
So I think really, by looking at that side of the, whole issue, I think it is going to be wise, for the state of public emergency to come to an effect, I think it is going to be wise. But then looking at the other aspects too, on the side of the regulations, and so it is really going to be a menace.
Thank you. We just have to end it there. We just allow you to sum it up again in Mandinka and say goodbye to our Mandinka followers, so those that can hear the language.
Manuel coming fonu nyami commenton sante felenti president la diamo min ma batunkang wala keta fenti min sotata tumo min nyin temmen na min tara fo ninkum tilmwan nin killing wala mu fenti mi alon ko president ya fo nyin temmen ko banko batara famuto kono pour kaje ko courant nyi mimu coronavirus te pour kelo sakeno e sadia sabanno tumo min député wol damol man kamben wa ko nyinna mo mo woni lul wol ko hani akonyin to mo woni saba wollel sontanu pour president la fo tilo nankam wala pour kaje ko banko e tara famuto to pour kaje we soto abar nyin tembe ngaje ko be man keno so president fa nata nan ka sembo nyin taman min banko la constitution wala dial pour ka ta nyin tilmon nin kilmon di banko dingol la pour kaje ko ke fonyon ni
abarka. Thank you very much. Well, jërë ngeen jëf mbokk yi fii la ñooy amandi ak yéen tey ci jotaay bi ñu leen indiloon gannaaw njiiti réew mi mu ngi doon jàkkaarloo ak waa réew mi wax ak ñoom ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci dogal bu mu jël comme ni ngeen ko déggee noonu sànq ñu indil leen ko ne daal li nga xamante ne am na ba ci nu mu ko waxee yokku na li nga xamante ne mooy state of public emergency ci réew mi ci ñaari fukki fan ak benn 21 days loolu la daal di yokk moom njiiti réew mi ci gannaaw bi nga xamante ne député yi ñoom daal yokkuñ li nga xamante ne mooy ci nguur gi nu ngi ko buggee woon 45 days mooy ñeenti fukki fan ak juróom ñoom daal dinañ daal reject loolu waaye moom ci luwaa yi ci doole bi nga xamante ne luwaa bi may na ko si la dal di sukkanteku yokka li nga xamante ne mooy extension boobu ci nu mu ko indee foofu la ñoo tënk waxtaan bi ba ay jimi jamono incha allah buñ dellu si ñu gën koo yaatal. Well, viewers, thank you very much for the pleasure of your company. We are drawing the curtains, and of course as we brings you the of course the President's Nation address, you heard what he said, and of course the big story of that statement, or from the President's statement or speech, is that he have extended the state of public emergency in the Gambia, that is throughout the country, for another 21 days, effective today, the 19th of May 2020. On that note, once again, thank you very much for the pleasure of your company. Keep following our programs. We will be, of course, bringing you some interesting programs right after. And till we come back in another edition, this is Africa TV, live from Banjul. Thanks for watching, and do have a very pleasant night. Bye for now.
My name is Saul Fraser. I was born on the 19th of January 1977 in Banjul, so that makes me a Capricorn. In my early years, I went to nursery school in Latrikunda Sabiji, also joined Latrikunda Sabiji Primary School. One of the memories that's stuck in my mind since then is that during that time, my school was like an unfinished building. There was no doors fixed, there was no windows fixed. The reason why I remember it so well is that my grandfather, who raised me up, unlike many parents who would fix a lighter table and a chair for the children to be able to carry it home, my grandfather went and picked the heaviest wood and eventually became the heaviest table and chair for me to carry. And I used to walk close to 2 kilometers from home and taking this to my school. Then my mother decided that we are going to move to Sweden, which we did around about 90. My life in Sweden was very interesting. I was a semi-professional football player, went to school, and also saw my mother working very, very hard. She would work night shifts, day shifts, working at train stations. That made me realize the importance of becoming successful in life. I wanted to work so hard, study so hard, so that I could one day take care of my mother for all the sacrifices that she made for us. Is Sweden the right place for me to succeed? I started looking at England. When I moved to England, I started my university degree, but during that time I was also working part-time in a sandwich shop, making sandwiches early morning from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then leave from 9 a.m. to university, then from university connect to my second job. Graduate training scheme is one of those that a company will take you on and train you, fast track you to become a junior manager for a period of 12 months. It was successful. I joined a company called ASLIP. That's the Association for Information Management. I had the accounts of BBC, Pfizer, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Oxford universities to manage. The money I saved up working part-time during the time I was studying, I used it to send it back home after my mother recommendation a relative to buy a piece of land for me. I don't need to continue with the story. Like many other people back then, came home to the Gambia on holidays and realized that my hard-earned money was lost. I was angry, frustrated, and totally disappointed. This would have now become very important later on in my life. I regrouped, went back to UK, and got excited to work harder. I worked, saved up some more money, bought another piece of land, and built that house. When the house was ready, the desire to move back home became stronger. So I started looking at opportunities, looking at job offers online. But the company that stuck in my mind was Access Bank. After working at Access Bank for close to 6 months, the house that I built whilst I was in the UK, which I've moved into, was having water issues. I was then put in contact with an Indian company who dig boreholes. We got into a conversation, and during that conversation, they mentioned that they were about to build 200 houses